He did kiss me. I allowed myself to be in that position.
Jordyn didn't think about me. She didn't think about Kylie, because now that puts a divide between her and Kylie.
Honestly, we're not like really talking. I don't know how we are gonna mend our relationship if she doesn't figure it out with Khloe, and she f***ed up.
Kylie Jenner has gone behind Khloe Kardashian's back. As a reminder, Khloe and her man, Tristan Thompson, have had major issues. He's cheated on her so many times, but the worst has to be with Jordyn Woods. This ruined Kylie's life. She lost her best friend and Jordyn had to move out. But now it seems like these two are sneaking around years after this scandal. So let's get into it. Everyone knows that Kylie Jenner and Jordyn Woods are not friends because they had a major feud after Jordyn Woods hooked up with Khloe Kardashian's partner, Tristan. And I want to remind you guys of this feud because recently these two were spotted together and everyone was surprised. Jordyn and Kylie actually became friends because of their mutual friend, Jaden Smith. And they met back in 2012. So to see them reunited, honestly, makes sense to me because you have some of those friends in life that you have had forever and then you have a falling out and you end up getting back together again. But it's a little bit more complicated because these two have had business ventures together and they're super famous. So when Jordyn was caught up sharing a kiss with Tristan Thompson at a party, it really messed with, Kylie's relationship because Khloe is her sister, so she's got to stand with family. And it's no secret at this point. I mean, Jordyn has come out and admitted that she was drunk and she ended up kissing him. Jordyn left the bar with some friends and ended up at an after party, which happened to be at Tristan's home. She quickly realized it was a mistake and she should have gone home after the bar. She claims, "Never once was I giving him a lap dance, making out with him, sitting all over him. It's just we were all together in a group and never once did we have a public thing or go to the bathroom or anything like that. It was a simple kiss and it was kind of blown out of proportion."
I was minding my business, dancing, drinking. Tristan was there, he was doing his own thing. The group of girls that I'm with are like, we're gonna go to a house. On the way out, they're saying it's Tristan's house. I'm like, cool, that's okay. Feels like a safe environment. Never once was I giving him a lap dance, making out with him, sitting all over him. Never once did we leave the public area, go to a bedroom, go to a bathroom. We're all in plain sight, but my legs were laying right over his. I can't point fingers. On the way out, he did kiss me.
No,
and
what do you mean by kiss?
it was like a kiss on the lips, but no tongue kiss, no making out,
Got it.
nothing. And I don't think that he's wrong either because I allowed myself to be in that position.
And even though it was just maybe a simple kiss, it was cheating. And you guys know how we feel about cheaters on this channel. So ultimately, Khloe broke up with Tristan after going off on Jordyn about this. When this scandal was in the news, a source told the media that at this point, the Kardashians aren't 100% sure if Jordyn's going to be cut out of Kylie's life. But they're all looking at it as if she better be. It will be very hard for Kylie to lose Jordyn because she's her best friend. She doesn't have a lot of friends and honestly can't because of her lifestyle. So she has latched onto Jordyn. And actually, I think Khloe Kardashian has her own Jordyn, her own best friend, whose name is Michaela, I believe. I may be saying that incorrectly, but it kind of seems like all the Kardashians have their one friend that they can trust out there.
Everyone's posting throwbacks of Jordyn and Kylie and no one's posting these ones. All I've thought about for the last 3 years is Stormi literally being like, "Where's my Auntie Jordyn?" that I went on so many vacations with. Stormi and Jordyn were so fucking cute together. They're so fucking cute. And yes, I don't believe that they have not talked for the last 4 years, but even if they've been talking, it's not like Jordyn's been able to go to public events or birthday parties or stuff like that. So I'm so happy that the girlies can be back together.
It makes sense to me why Jordyn wouldn't want to show her face around the Kardashians, especially how Khloe spoke to her online. And for somebody who's had children with this man who I deem as a monster, if you've not seen my video about Tristan, he's absolutely terrible. I can't believe that she would go and blast Jordyn on the internet when Tristan's clearly He's struggling with mental health issues. He's got impulse cheating. So she's over here blasting Jordyn on the internet. I probably wouldn't want to be seen with them ever again. Even in my cheating situation, like, I didn't blame the other guy. I blamed my partner because my partner ultimately did it. I mean, you know, of course, the other person knew it was wrong. Jordyn knew it was wrong, but how are you going to put all the blame onto them? I mean, Khloe was quoted saying, by the way, you are the reason my family broke up. That is just so emotionally immature that I wish she would have, like, taken a step back and looked at the bigger picture. This source was quoted saying that Tristan isn't a manipulative person. Okay, he's just a cheater and doesn't care about anyone else besides himself. Well, then I guess, is he a narcissist? I mean, it sounds pretty manipulative to me. And while a lot of people believe that Kylie and Jordyn have continued their friendship this entire time, I do believe there was a point where Kylie fully accepted cutting off this friendship and any idea of having her in her life. In an episode in July 2019, Kylie was quoted saying, I think that this whole Jordyn situation needed to happen for a reason. For me, for her, for you, for everybody. She was my security blanket. She lived with me. We did everything together.
She knows that she put me in an uncomfortable position.
Yeah, to say the least.
To say the least. Honestly, we're not like really talking.
For you, it's kind of like a divorce. It's truly such a long-standing relationship. Yeah.
She's probably the closest person to me on this planet.
Yeah. Where is she living? Just curious.
Well, she knows that she can't be here, obviously.
Yeah.
I didn't even tell her. I didn't even say anything. She just went to her mom's. I don't know how we are gonna mend our relationship if she doesn't figure it out with Khloe. And I'm just like, what were you thinking? She f***ed up.
What's interesting about that clip is that it came out in July 2019. So I'm assuming it was probably filmed in like January 2019, and then there was an article in March 2019 that claims that Jordyn and Kylie were reconnecting. The headline reads that Kylie and Jordyn are working on rebuilding their friendship, and this came out in March 2019. Kylie Jenner isn't totally cutting Jordyn Woods out of her life after the affair with Tristan Thompson. It was not an affair. This person was quoted saying their friendship is not 100% over. Although she doesn't live at Kylie's, Jordyn still has things there. She and Kylie aren't socializing, but are in contact. They are texting each other. We actually see that Jordyn and Kylie were also interacting on social media. Jordyn liked one of her pictures, but really that was all that we saw. Until recently, they were out and about, and now we're learning much more. It looks like their texting days are over because they've been hanging out privately for over a year now. Khloe never forced them apart after the Tristan drama, which I like call BS. I call BS on that. There's so many articles saying that like Kylie has to pick one or the other and she has to pick her family, and Khloe's over here tweeting at Jordyn. Like, there's no way that like Jordyn could have just hung around. TMZ reports that Kylie and Jordyn have been spending time together and working on mending their relationship for over a year, a friendship we're told that Khloe Kardashian never put any restrictions on. Sources close to the pair tell TMZ that they've been hanging out privately for a while, and this weekend's sighting just marked the first time that they've been spotted out and about in a public setting since their rekindling. And on July 15th, these pictures went viral because everyone was confused to see them together, and there are some people that were accusing Kylie of using Jordyn as like some publicity stunt to like get her name in the press, because obviously people are confused at why they would be hanging out.
Kylie Jenner and Jordyn Woods were spotted together for the first time in 4 years following the Tristan Thompson cheating scandal, having dinner together in West Hollywood. They were seen arriving and leaving together from Sushi Park, and they seemed to be all smiles when leaving their reunion. This all went down on Saturday night. They were also seen leaving together in the same car. So I wonder if it's just a matter of time before we see them posting on social media together. What do you think of the two of them hanging out once again?
So interesting to see these two out and about at a place like literally down the street from me. I'm like, all these restaurants in West Hollywood are all like so close to each other. It's crazy when you like Google them. You're like, wow, like everything's like right here. Actually, I was at dinner the other day and Larry David was sitting right next to me, he's like a big comedian, big actor. If you don't know who he is, I believe he created Seinfeld, but yeah. Interesting the people you'll see out here. Now that these two have been spotted together, everyone's going out to the media and telling them their stories about their relationship. It actually turns out that Jordyn Woods apologized to Kylie for how everything went down. Quote, Jordyn reached out to Kylie to apologize for how everything went down and let her know that she loves her, referring to the pal's very public fallout. Another insider close to the two told People that the restaurant outing wasn't the first time they've reunited, just their first time out in public together. The duo have been spending spending time together over the past year away from cameras as they worked on their friendship. I feel like they're not really working on their friendship because their friendship reminds me of friends I've had where we've been separated for a while and then we're reunited and it's like nothing ever happened. So I feel like they've probably reconnected and it's just been perfectly fine. It's just trying to navigate how the public's gonna take it. Although Kylie was very upset and disgusted by the Tristan situation, she didn't want to make any harsh decisions when it came to Jordyn. It was very difficult for Kylie to cut Jordyn out of her life. Kylie was devastated at first, and Jordyn was her confidant for so long.
Jordyn didn't think about me. She didn't think about Kylie, because now that puts a divide between her and Kylie. She didn't think about my daughter. She didn't think about Tristan. Tristan doesn't think of whatever. And she didn't think about herself. I'm not talking to him. Like, they're both at fault. I'm not blaming just Jordyn. Tristan, we've all known what he's capable of. Look what he did when I was 9 months pregnant.
You know, they say time heals all wounds, which I firmly believe in that. So, to see Kylie and Jordyn reunite, literally down the street from me, I live right off of Sunset. This is the restaurant that they're at, which is on Sunset. To be a fly on the wall, and maybe, you know, maybe their agreement is we're just going to move on and sever ties of what happened in the past is the past, but I have to imagine that she got this cleared from Khloe. Not that she has to, but I feel like they're that tight-knit of a family. What do you guys think?
It does seem like Khloe has done a little bit of growing up since her Twitter days, which we've talked about her tweets in the past. I mean, I've made several videos at this point, so she was definitely one of the messiest people on Twitter. But she claims that she has forgiven Jordyn and that forgiveness is a strength, not a weakness. And maybe Khloe is sticking to her word because she did make some posts which kind of like subtweeted the whole Kylie and Jordyn sighting. Khloe posted several cryptic quotes on Instagram. The first one about never blaming the people in your life. It says, never blame anyone in your life. The good people give you happiness. The bad people give you experience. The worst people give you a lesson. The best people will give you memories. She also shared a story writing, it's easy to judge. It's more difficult to understand. Understanding requires compassion, patience, willingness to believe that someone has a good heart, yada, yada, yada. Trying to ultimately paint this picture that she understands that Jordyn made a mistake and that she's the strongest person now, being accepting, which I think is actually real. Like, I think that's the right thing. Like, that's how you're supposed to do. Like, as a person, like, for me, I've been cheated on, like, you guys know at this point. And like, I can't imagine being full of anger at that other person and just like manifesting in it, because that's not how you want to live your life. She also shared this post. It takes grace to remain kind in cruel situations. That one seems a little bit more negative. So is it cruel that Kylie is like hanging out with Jordyn? While it's not clear if Khloe's messages were directed at Kylie or Jordyn, but the timing does seem a little suspicious. Khloe has yet to make any public comments about the Kylie and Jordyn reunion, so only time will tell what's actually going on here. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We never want to see families or friendships fall apart, so them getting back together is good news. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and I'll see you in a new one soon. Bye, guys.